Hi everyone, and welcome to this episode of Soul Seeds, where the lovely Soodabeh is my guest expert for today. And Soodabeh is an holistic wellness coach and an angelic healer. And the topic we are going to talk about today is angelic communication. So thank you, Soodabeh, for being here and talking about this topic with me.
Thank you, Suzanne. I am so grateful to you to invite me. And we met on Facebook and we became, I feel like you are my soul sister.
Yes, absolutely. High five.
Yes, I know.
So let's dive deeper into this fascinating topic of angelic communication. So, how can we communicate with angels?
Yes, one of the things that I would like to share about this and explain that we all have guardian angels.
Mm.
We are born with it. We have a minimum of one to two guardian angels. They are
Mhm.
our personal guardian angels that we
Mhm.
are born with it, and they stay with us until they transition us to the other side.
Right.
So, and some of them that some people have actually more than two guardian angels, especially if we are teachers or we may we decide to become teachers and teach about the topic of spirituality. Then we have spirit guides that come, and we have masters, we have teachers, and
Mm.
masters and teachers, spirit guides. They have been they have lived a physical form
Mm.
before, and then they evolved and became masters and teachers, spirit guides. It's just
Mm.
like the way that we are as we learn and grow and evolve in the realm of spirituality and spiritual awakening. If we decide, because we have a gift of free will, if we
Mhm.
decide that we want to do that, then when we transition and we have all the mastered really the topic of spirituality, and
Mhm.
a part of it is just overcoming all these adversities that we go through, and we evolve from there. And guardian angels, they are not necessary, they are angels, they are
Mhm.
like a light being, a being of light, being of love. And for me, when I started learning about the communicating with angels, just
Mhm.
learning about the angelic realm, I started reading a lot of books and say how to communicate with my angels. I remember a long time ago, I read a book that I saw the author talking on a talk show. She was a guest on a talk show, and came and said, it is very easy. We have one angel on the right side, one angel on the left side. Just sit down and ask, their names. I
Mhm.
did this for hours and hours. I'm like, this is difficult. I cannot hear my angels.
Like,
What
where
am I
are
gonna
you?
I know, and this becomes really sometimes for some people frustrating,
Mhm.
because if we are at the beginning of our spiritual awakening, and because everybody communicates with intuition and the spirit world differently. Some people can hear, some people feeler, some people just knowing, and some people can see. And for me, at the beginning, I didn't have all the tools how to communicate. So when I started working with my teacher to show me, and I didn't go to have a teacher just mainly to communicate with angels, because by the time that I went and asked for it, I was going through a lot of um, emotional pain and physical pain, and because of experiencing a lot of trauma in my life, I just wanted to feel ease my pain, find a
Mhm.
way to ease my pain, and then in that process was that she took me to guided imagery, guided meditation
Mhm.
journeys, and that was how I learned to communicate with my angels.
Mhm.
So sometimes people, if it's easy for people to do that and they already know, and sometimes it's a difficult journey that you need someone to coach you, to take you through those journey. So
Mm-hmm.
when I was listening, I was there, and she took me in a journey of that, after going through a relaxation. And then I felt that I was in a room and there was a blackboard,
Mm-hmm.
and I asked that my angels to reveal themselves to me. And it was very interesting because I am getting goosebumps every time I think about it. The name of my angel is Rose. So she came and she wrote Rose in English.
Mm-hmm.
She wrote Rose in my language, which is Persian,
Mm-hmm.
and she drew a picture of red rose.
Mm-hmm.
So with these three signs that she showed me, because for us in physical form, sometimes, majority of times I should say, it's difficult to see the angels because they are being
Mm-hmm.
of light. They are not in this physical form.
Mm-hmm.
And for a spirit, whether our loved ones or the angels and the hierarchy of angels, to come for us to see it,
Mm-hmm.
it takes a lot of energy for them to show us in a physical form. Some people
Mm-hmm.
can see it like, oh my God, I just saw something, they can describe. But for me, that light being showed me how to, what is the name of my
Mm-hmm.
angels. And that was the beginning of my journey of going deeper by having those meditation, going
Mm-hmm.
into that. And for some people, meditation is very, I shouldn't say very, but some people having a difficult time with
Mm-hmm.
meditation, that quieting the mind. I
Yeah.
am one of them. It's just
Mm-hmm.
I have a very active mind, and I listen to guided meditation. When we
Mm-hmm.
are listening to somebody else is talking, we are focusing on that, and
Mm-hmm.
that journey they take us through how to connect with the angelic realm.
Yeah,
I
or
hope that
healing
makes sense.
sound. I love that as
Yes,
well. Like
yes,
these
yes,
ringing bowls or glass bowls, and
yes,
they
anything.
bring you to another state of mind where it empties your mind in a way, I think.
Yes, also is the vibration, because we are energy. We are being of light and love, exactly like the angels,
Mm-hmm.
We are all one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just we came to this time space reality within this physical body, and but so we feel because
Mm-hmm.
we have learned that not to be that big. We are those powerful souls, just part of being of the source that called universe, God,
Mm-hmm.
higher consciousness. We are all one. We are able to go. So we need to bring our vibration, our energy to the place that it is out of this 3D dimension and going to a higher dimension, so
Mm-hmm.
we can communicate. And for me, was for many years, I started at night. I started listening to a music,
Mm-hmm.
and myself started writing. They call it automatic writing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like you have a pen and somebody else write for you.
Mm-hmm.
I just, whatever thought that came to my mind, I just
Mm-hmm.
started writing. And I didn't question the spelling, I didn't
Right.
question the punctuation. I
Mm-hmm.
just started writing and writing. And that became the basis of two books that I published
Mm-hmm.
about those communication with angels.
Mm-hmm. And what I always hear people say, that when you, like, help is freely available from your angels and spirit guides, but they will never do anything without your permission. What can you say about that?
Absolutely. And the Creator created us
Mhm.
with the respect of having the gift of free will.
Mhm.
And that means that if we decide that we do not want to communicate based off the religious belief or whatever belief that it is, and if we don't ask for our
Mhm.
angel to intervene, angels cannot intervene. So
Mhm.
if we are, because majority of time we say, I am praying but I'm not getting the answer, is part of us. We have to give, we have to necessarily ask, like, please angels help me.
Mm-hmm.
you know. And if we don't ask them to help me, they cannot help us. They cannot just say, okay, I am going to help Soodabeh to
Mm-hmm.
do X, Y, and Z. We have to specifically ask them, angels, please connect me with amazing podcasts hosts, so I can so I can, bring these messages.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is really as important. Like, we are going to a grocery store, like, please angels, find me a parking spot, and they will do that. It really, that was one of the funny thing that I learned, is just, if you want to know that your angels are listening, ask for a parking spot.
I will have to remember that one. Yeah.
Yes.
I think
And
it's also
pay attention and follow it. Pay
yeah.
attention and follow it.
Yeah, it's also about creating like this openness, I
Yes.
think, in your mind, and also like the willingness to receive.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
the willingness to receive. Like, we have to believe. If we
Mm-hmm.
don't believe in something, it's just like, some people go and like, oh, this person is a psychic, and I am gonna go there, see if they can, prove me that they are
Right.
psychic. You
Mm-hmm.
have heard that thing. So
Mm-hmm.
if we are going to, to someone, or if you are gonna, you don't believe in it, like, I'm gonna see if there is really an angel. You have to believe it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that I am human. I am going through challenging time, and the
Mm-hmm.
creator knew that living in physical form would be challenging. Those
Mm-hmm.
challenges are life lesson. It's just like when we go to school, there are tests. Sometimes we, that in order for the test, we have to study.
Mm-hmm.
So the life, going through life, all the challenge, the experiences that we call a challenging situation or
Mm-hmm.
roadblocks, they are lessons to say, like, for example, I grew up with a mindset that I wasn't good enough or smart enough, and I experienced the situation that pushed me, literally say, hey Soodabeh, if you want to succeed, you got to push. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
not in these words, but those were the lessons. And as I decided, like, I am going to take this step and see where I end up. And as we take that step, because we hear, we feel, because hearing is just a thought, it comes in our mind.
Mm-hmm.
The thought that comes in my mind to go, Sudhabe, you need to go to, that Facebook, for example, group that has these podcast hosts. If I know there are tons of the groups,
Mm-hmm.
but I have to take that action. If we
Right.
are not taking the action, we cannot get there. So
Mm-hmm.
trust the process, believe in that, and
Mm-hmm.
your angels are waiting to just communicate with you.
Mm-hmm.
And some people, this communication comes in a form of, I work with a lot of clients, because I am a certified hypnotherapist as well. So I use the hypnotherapy as well, and taking my clients through that journey of relaxation and guided imagery. They cannot see. I mean, they cannot envision or visualize
Mm-hmm.
to be in a place with whatever, with a mountain or forest or on the beach, but they see color. So everybody is different. I had
Mm-hmm.
clients that's like, I see green, and then the angels would communicate what does green means, or I see pink, what does pink means. So all of us, it is just the process to figure out how you receive this guidance. For me at the beginning, because I was a shy, timid girl,
Mm-hmm.
I would feel something was going on in my
Right.
body, and then I became, the thought would come, then I would recognize the thought,
Mm-hmm.
then I would hear, just like somebody talking to me, then I would have that mental image in my mind. Like, if I to ask you, think about the movie that you saw, and you
Mm-hmm.
have that image, that's how the image comes to us. I hope that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And do like signs and synchronicities, are they actually messages from our angels?
Absolutely, absolutely. If you are, that's, like, sometimes they communicate through, if you're listening to a radio or podcast or something, there is somebody is saying something that, oh my God, I was just thinking about that. That
Mhm.
is the answer to that our questions. And sometimes through watching a movie, I literally learned about how the name of my one of my book was based on a movie that I watched on TV, because I was pondering for a very long time. What is it gonna be? What is the name? What is the name? And I saw I saw a movie. I'm like, oh, that is how I am gonna do that. So they communicate with us, or a friend comes and tell you something. And sometimes another thing would be when you are thinking about a friend and they call you, or
Mhm.
vice
Right.
versa. You call a friend and
Mhm.
they say, oh my God, I was just thinking about you. There are many signs. I mean, there are signs everywhere. Sometimes, and they are like birds. That I remember when I was in Turkey and I was having a very difficult time. I was transitioning from Iran to go to Turkey to get the visa to come to America, and I had just lost my brother in a car accident,
Mhm.
and I had lost my father when I was 13 years old. So
Mhm.
there was a balcony, and I was grieving. I was in a really dark place, and there were two birds that they would come on the balcony, and somehow intuitively I would say, they are my brother and my sister, I'm sorry, my brother and my father that
Mhm.
have come to visit me.
Mhm.
So some people find coins, and
Right.
some people find feathers. So everything, there are signs everywhere. You can have, I call them angels in human form.
Mhm.
When I just moved to America and I had a difficult time, and the strangers would come and would ask question, and they would take me to a place to help me to find what is my next step. For example, I call
Mhm.
them angels. So angels in light being bring angels in human form to
Mhm.
help us, to give us a message. I mean, and they don't even, sometimes they don't even know that they are giving us a
Right.
message. The
Mhm.
messages, the synchronicity, the signs, when we decide that, "Oh, I am gonna look for a sign," and when
Mhm.
you wake up every morning, say, angels, please show me the signs. Not to
Mhm.
show me the signs to prove me that you are with me, not
Mhm.
that way. Just ask a question, show me the sign, give me the gift, surprise me,
Mhm.
and all of that thing we feel what comes as a result of it.
Mm. Well, thank you so much, Soodabeh, for today.
You are welcome. Thank you,
Thank you.
Suzanne.
Always a joy to talk to you.
Same with
Mhm.
you.